All right, wow. I want to show you all the moment that Speaker Mike Johnson is confronted live on TV by a Republican voter who sees through his BS on this shutdown and on this healthcare dilemma. Now, Speaker Johnson went on C-SPAN. C-SPAN has a show where people can call in and talk to whoever is the guest. A woman calls in and tells Speaker Johnson her story. In a genuine, heartfelt way, she describes her situation and the situation of her kids. Throughout this clip, it's almost like Speaker Johnson gets increasingly uncomfortable. I mean, she even calls him out for making six figures while hurting Americans who are making much, much less. So without further ado, let me play for you this clip so we can just really hear the stakes of what's going on. Like, it's different hearing politicians describing the stakes, but once you actually hear this person tell her story to Mike Johnson, it really contextualizes it, like how terrible this all is. Take a look.
Hi, Mr. Johnson. So my question or comments are related to what you said yesterday about not being open to pass any legislation to ensure that military gets paid. I'm sure you can tell by my voice I'm very shaky. Just want you to hear a little bit about my family. I have two medically fragile children. I have a husband who actively serves this country. He suffers from PTSD from his 2 tours in Afghanistan. If we see a lapse in pay come the 15th, my children do not get the medication that's needed for them to live their life, because we live paycheck to paycheck. I heard you earlier say that you side with President Trump on anything that he says. Well, I just read an article this morning that said he absolutely wholeheartedly believes that there needs to be legislation put in so that we do not miss a paycheck. You have the power to do that. And as a Republican, I'm very disappointed in my party, and I'm very disappointed in you, because you do have the power to call the House back. You did that, or you refused to do that just for a show. I am begging you to pass this legislation. My kids could die. We don't have the credit because of the medical bills that I have to pay regularly. You could stop this, and you could be the one that could say military is getting paid. And I think that it is awful, and the audacity of someone who makes 6 figures a year to do this to military families is insane.
All right, Samantha.
Samantha, I'm so sorry to hear about your situation. The reason I've been so angry this week, and they've been calling me out on media, Johnson's angry. I am angry because of situations just like yours. I have a big military district, and my district is the home of the Global Strike Command at Barksdale Air Force Base and Fort Polk, the Joint Readiness Training Center. I have one of the biggest military districts and military families in America. I have a lot of airmen and soldiers who are deployed right now, and they have young families at home, and they have children in health situations like yours. This is what keeps me up at night. I want you to hear something very clearly. The Republicans are the ones delivering for you. We had a vote to pay the troops. It was the continuing resolution 3 weeks ago. Every single Republican but 2 voted to keep the government open so that your paycheck can flow. Every Democrat in the House, except for 1, voted to close it. The Democrats are the ones that are preventing you from getting a check. If we did a vote on the floor, pay troops, it's not a lawmaking exercise, because Chuck Schumer is going to hold that up in the Senate. He is demonstrating by voting now 6 times to keep the government closed that he...
This is so dishonest. Notice how Speaker Johnson tries to play the blame game rather than engaging with this person's actual gripes. This person is struggling. And Johnson does touch on that for a moment and talks about his military district, talks a bit about Trump, but then tries to say that Republicans are the good guys, Democrats are the bad guys. Here's how we know that's BS. A few things. First of all, let me just pull up this video of Marjorie Taylor Greene saying the opposite. But before I even play this video, the Republicans have spent the past week or 2 claiming that Democrats just want health care for quote unquote illegal aliens. That's what they say. And now they are so far behind the curve on this that they don't have a healthcare plan. They don't even have a rebuttal. Their only option is to lie about what Democrats are actually asking for. Democrats just want a clean CR. Democrats want the ability for this healthcare to continue, or this healthcare subsidy to continue. Let me just play Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Yeah, I'm one of those that gets real tired of political drama when it's not actually solving a problem. And this is such a crisis that I'm willing to say, okay, everyone, we have to do something about this. It shouldn't be something that we dangle the American people or military pay or all of these things. We shouldn't be dangling them back and forth. We have to fix it.
It's very, what are you hearing from your constituents right now? And do you have any regrets about voting for that short-term continuing resolution, that spending bill?
Thank you for that question. Number one, I am a Republican, and I support the president. I was very vocal about I didn't want to vote for a CR. I want to pass our appropriations. That's our constitutional duty, and I want to bring that taxpayer dollars back to my district. I work hard on that, so that was important to me. But I support the president, and I voted for the CR. Number two, what am I hearing from my constituents? It's great. We track all the calls that come into my office. About 60% of the calls coming in right now are calls of support and saying, yes, health insurance is a crisis. They're telling us stories about how they're already paying $2,000 a month with $10,000 deductibles. I'm getting phone calls from people that are saying if the ACA tax credits expire, they aren't going to be able to have health insurance. They're going to have to drop it. But I'm hearing from people on both sides, people already on the ACA and people that are already getting crushed by high health insurance premiums.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, I never thought I'd say this. Marjorie Taylor Greene has really stepped up in this case. I'm a big believer of pushing back on disinformation, but giving credit where credit is due when somebody does seem to be pushing in the right direction, at least on one issue. So Marjorie has been out there day after day after day. She even said yesterday, quote, "I'm not Trump's blind slave," end quote. I'm not like praising her or anything, but the fact that she has some clarity on healthcare, likely due to the fact that her kids would have their premiums double, she tweeted about this. It's nice to see. Let me play you one more video of Speaker of the House Mike Johnson on C-SPAN getting confronted.
Hi. I just want to start by saying, hearing you say that everyone is smiling in the cities where troops, our National Guard, has been rolled into, feels dystopian and insane to hear you say that, watching the response to this. But that's not actually my question. My question, I just needed to say that while hearing you talk about this. My question is, if Republicans and Democrats can agree to a one-year extension to the ACA subsidies, removing this sort of talking point of illegal immigrants draining our resources as you sit here and lie about this, would you support that bill and bring it to a vote on the House floor? This is a big question that I have for you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, not lying. I'm telling you the truth, and you can go look at all the documents yourself. Don't look at Republican paperwork. Look at the Congressional Budget Office, who said that we had at least 1.4 million illegal aliens draining the resources from Medicaid, which is...
Can I just point out, they for months said the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, was complete BS, that it just made numbers up, and now they cite it when it serves them.
That's why you put their forms into law and got it signed July 4th. Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries' counterproposal for the CR would reverse all that. Look at page 57, section 2141 of the bill that they filed. I made it easy for you. Go to speaker.gov, my website. It's right there on the homepage. See for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Look what they wanted to do. But with regard to whether or not the subsidies could be extended for a year, Hakeem Jeffries came out yesterday and said that is a non-starter. You have to ask him why he said that. I'm not sure. But he and I both know that we have a lot of work to do within our respective caucuses to build consensus around that. Many, many people here believe you have to have serious changes and reforms to make it work better.
That was a lot of words to say, listen, we don't have a health care plan, and the Democrats do. So our side, people like Marjorie Taylor Greene, are out there advocating for Democratic healthcare policies, and I'm on C-SPAN trying to spin my ass off. I mean, that's not exactly what he was trying to say. What he was trying to do in this exact clip was blame shift a little bit, or shift the burden over to the Democrats in such a way that Minority Leader Jeffries is the one that is responsible for the government shutdown when Republicans control the entire government. It is BS. Don't fall for the lies. If you appreciated this video, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you subscribe. We are barreling towards 2 million because of you all. So thank you.